My beloved one, oh my goodness, I have something so shocking to share with you today. Right here, right now, in this very moment, you are about to experience one of the greatest revelations of your life. This is not just another message. It is a divine appointment. God has brought you here for a reason. He is speaking to your heart, preparing you for what is about to unfold. You've noticed it, haven't you? Someone in your life has been distant. The calls are less frequent. The messages take longer to come, if they come at all. And when they do, they feel hollow, as if something is missing. You feel it in your heart. The connection that once felt strong is slipping away. It's confusing, frustrating, and deep inside it hurts. Why are they pulling away? What changed? Did you do something wrong, or is there something they're not telling you? There is. They are keeping a secret, one they are afraid for you to know. It is weighing on them, eating them up inside and building a wall between you. They don't want to tell you, not because they don't care, but because they're scared. Scared of losing you, scared of what you'll think, scared that once the truth is out, nothing will ever be the same. But what they don't realize is that their silence is doing more damage than the truth ever could. God is bringing this moment to your attention for a reason. He sees the burden this secret has placed on them. He sees the pain it's causing you. And He is revealing it now because it is time, not to hurt you, not to punish them, but to set you both free. Secrets destroy relationships. Even when hidden, they change things. You feel it in the way they look at you, in the way they avoid certain conversations, in the way they make excuses. They think they're protecting you, but the truth is they are just delaying the inevitable. Because no secret stays hidden forever, and God will not allow a lie to stand in the way of truth, not in your life, not in your heart. This secret will come to light, and when it does, everything will change. Maybe it's something from their past, something they regret, something they've been carrying for years, afraid to let go. Or maybe it's something recent, a mistake, a moment of weakness, something they wish they could take back. Whatever it is, they are terrified of what will happen when you find out. Will you still love them? Will you still trust them? Will you turn away? They don't know, and that is what keeps them distant. That is what keeps them silent. But silence won't fix this. Hiding won't make it go away. God is calling for truth because only truth can bring healing. Only truth can bring peace. Only truth can bring you closer to the life He has planned for you. You have been sensing the shift for a while now. You felt something was off. That was God preparing your heart, getting you ready for what is about to be revealed. It won't be easy. The truth rarely is. But you will not face it alone. God is with you. He will give you the strength to handle what's coming, and He will guide you through it. Breathe. You are not alone. God is walking with you, leading you toward the truth, because the truth will set you free. You have been patient. You have waited. You have wrestled with uncertainty. But now, the moment is here. The truth is about to come out. And when it does, everything will change. God has a plan for this moment. He is calling you to respond with love, grace, and wisdom. Do not let fear take over. Do not let anger cloud your heart. The enemy wants division, but God desires reconciliation. The enemy wants confusion, but God is the God of clarity. The enemy wants you to react with pain, but God wants you to respond with faith. This is not just about uncovering a secret. It is about stepping into God's greater purpose. He is using this moment to refine you, to test your faith, to grow your understanding of His mercy and love. He is calling you to be His instrument of peace. Think of Jesus when Peter denied Him 3 times. Jesus did not turn His back on him. He did not hold bitterness in His heart. Instead, He restored him with love. He saw past Peter's failure and into his future. Jesus knew that Peter's story wasn't over, and neither is yours. The person keeping this secret has been burdened by it, but God is about to bring freedom. The Bible tells us in Luke 8:17, "For there is nothing hidden that will not be disclosed, and nothing concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open." This is the moment of revelation. But revelation is not destruction. It is the beginning of healing. God is not showing you this to break your heart. He is showing you this to heal it. He is showing you this to restore what was lost. He is showing you this so that you may step into His greater purpose with wisdom, faith, and love. Take this moment and surrender it to Him. Do not rely on your own understanding, but lean on His truth. Pray for wisdom. Pray for strength. Pray for the grace to see God's protection and redirection. Sometimes, when people distance themselves from you, it could be God's way of protecting you from harm or guiding you toward a better path. Psalm 91:11 states, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." If someone is avoiding you, it might be divine intervention steering you away from negative influences. Spiritual warfare and discernment. The Bible acknowledges that unseen spiritual forces affect human interactions. Ephesians 6:12 then says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." If someone is avoiding you, it may not always be personal. It could be due to unseen spiritual influences affecting them. Unveiling hidden truths. The phrase, "the secret will shock you," may refer to the idea that God reveals hidden things in due time. Luke 8:17, and says, "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." If someone is avoiding you, there might be a deeper reason that God will reveal when the time is right. Forgiveness and reconciliation. If someone is avoiding you due to past hurt or conflict, the Bible encourages forgiveness and reconciliation. Matthew 5:23-24 says, "Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift before the altar, go your way. First be reconciled to your brother, and then come and offer your gift." Sometimes God may use distance to teach patience, humility, or the importance of making peace. Divine timing and patience. Not every avoidance is a bad sign. Sometimes it is God's way of teaching patience. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." If someone is avoiding you, it might not be rejection but rather divine redirection or a lesson in trusting God's timing. Rather than worrying, take this situation to prayer. Ask God for wisdom and understanding. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him." Angel messages and divine guidance. In the Bible, angels are often sent to guide and protect God's people. If you feel a spiritual nudge or sense that an angelic message is revealing that someone is avoiding you, it's essential to seek discernment through prayer. Hebrews 1:14 says, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" This could mean that God is trying to direct your focus elsewhere, away from relationships that are no longer serving your spiritual growth. Testing of faith and endurance. God sometimes allows challenging situations like rejection or avoidance to strengthen your faith. 1 Peter 1:6-7 explains, "In all this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief in all kinds of trials. These have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. If someone is avoiding you, it might be a test of how you respond with faith, grace, and patience, letting go and trusting God. Sometimes avoidance is a sign that God is removing certain people from your life for your benefit. Isaiah 43:18-19 says, "Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Instead of trying to hold on to people who distance themselves, trust that God is preparing something better for you. Spiritual attack or enemy's plan. While God can remove people from your life, the enemy can also use relationships to discourage or distract you. John 10:10 warns, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." Pray for wisdom to distinguish whether this avoidance is part of God's plan or an attack meant to discourage you. How to respond spiritually. If you sense that angels are revealing a message about someone avoiding you, here's what you can do. Pray for clarity. Ask God if this separation is His will or if reconciliation is needed. James 1:5. Examine your heart. Reflect on whether you've hurt this person and need to seek peace. Matthew 5:23-24. Accept God's plan. If this person is meant to leave, trust that God has something better ahead. Jeremiah 29:11. Stay faithful. Continue walking in faith, knowing that God's guidance is always perfect. Proverbs 3:5-6.